Ladies and gentlemen, this story goes back to me telling you how everything in America is overpriced. And, they done got so deep in with this stuff. How do you turn back what you've done now? You can't. Now you're going to have to keep this high price system going. And again, with a fewer amount in population, you're going to self implode. So, right now, some of you might have heard California is going through a major exodus, and people are leaving because the price tags on those homes is just astronomical to the point where they can get into housing a lot more affordable somewhere else in the country. California mayor on exodus from blue states. I can't blame them. And they're right. I mean, even where I am, the cost of living is just too high. It is just overboard. These people, they they just go overboard in how they value things. And they don't realize how off they are on this whole thing. But hey, this is their system. Let them run it. Run it right into the ground. A mass exodus of hundreds of thousands of residents in blue states was to be expected because of their extremely high cost of living. Laguna Hills, California Mayor Don Sedgwick said Tuesday, appearing on Fox and Friends with Griff Jenkins and Dean Cain. Sedgwick said that it's just too darn expensive to live in densely populated states like California and New York. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Now, I'll admit you have the conveniency of a lot of things around you, hospitals, pharmacies, stores, and things of that nature. But the price tags, even here, the price tags on some of these homes is just outrageous. There is no way all of these millennials, when the baby boomers die out, even the Generation Z and all of them, they can't afford all of this stuff. You're going to have ghost towns out here. Most of those people are not going to move into these retirement centers, these communities for all people over 55 and older. They don't want to live there. Hell, there's not even going to be enough people in those age brackets to fill up all those homes once the baby boomers are gone. So you're going to have these retirement developments. They're going to look like ghost towns. And they don't care. They don't care that it's going to look like a ghost town. But they're not going to come down on these prices because it's a very greedy society. And they don't know how to run it any other way. So now you're going to have your hand out waiting for this overpriced house to sell, and it's not going to sell. It's going to look just like Japan. Y'all see, you want to see what I'm saying? You're going to have all of these overpriced houses sit and just dilapidate because nobody's going to buy them. And millennials are already saying they don't need houses this big. They don't need that much room to be happy. I mean, this is coming from the millennials. Okay, you got a big problem on your hands that I don't think you are really thinking about. New York and California are ridiculous, and people are going to get away from these states more and more. I know even where I am, a lot of Black people have left New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and all of these, even Maryland, and they have gone more south because you can get a house for half of the money, same size, in your state, in another state for a lot less. And that's what people want. They're sick of these overpriced homes you got out here. You got too many of them. Too many. And the Democrat liberal policies have contributed to that, he said. Recent U.S. Census Bureau data shows the South is seeing the biggest surge ever, with over 1 million residents pouring into states like Texas, Florida, and the Carolinas. Now, I have a couple of cousins that I was really close with that have migrated from New Jersey into Georgia, and they got beautiful homes down there for not even a fraction of the price that they were paying here in this state. Of course, you're going to be attracted to those southern states, you know, and there's still a lot that are transitioning down there. It's just so much better, especially for the money that you have. According to the Association of Realtors, the median price for a home in California is almost $600,000. That is outrageous. While Texas stand at just over $200,000. Well, now you see why so many are running into Texas. So you can get a similar house in Texas for $200,000 opposed to staying in California and spending $600,000 for that home. That's crazy. The excess regulation and taxes have made the same home in California 40% more expensive to build here than it does in other states, Sedgwick told Fox and Friends host. So you can't blame people for moving out. And look at where they're moving from. Look, Vermont, you see New York, New Jersey, DC, Minnesota, Iowa, California, Oregon. Okay? People are running the hell out of these expensive, overpriced places. And you know what? You're not hurting nobody but yourself at the end of the day. Because at this point, you don't care about the incomes that people have. You got to have this amount of money for this and this amount of money for that. And okay, well, how about if we leave you with your big house and say adios and you do whatever you can to keep it from dilapidating? Sedgwick said that while he knows the number one job of the government is to keep us safe, the politicians in Sacramento, the state's capital, believe their number one job is to stick it to corporations. Well, you're not sticking anything to corporations. Many of them are barely paying taxes. But when they stick it to the corporations, they don't realize that they're sticking it to the consumer, he explained. The home builders are making just as much money today as they ever had. And every one of those excesses, regulations, and permitting fees are borne by the consumer, he added. Additionally, he cites high gasoline and utility prices, exorbitant income taxes as factors to the drastic shift, and noted that homelessness in the state has increased while the rest of the country is actually trending downward. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development reported that the homeless population in the Golden State is up over 21,000 from 2018. Sedgwick said that he can't blame residents wondering if their quality of life in California is worth it, stating that it's just become untenable to live here. Exactly. Many states are. Many states are. And I don't blame, New Jersey has been one of those states for years. More people move out than move in. And that's a trend that's been going on forever. Even when I was a child, that was going on. So, and I know this is not the only state. It's been the case in many states around these countries. But for some reason, the North seem to think their shit don't stink. Like certain states think their shit don't stink and everything got to be at these astronomical prices. Well, at the end of the day, who are you hurting if the people are leaving? But We know things are not going to change, ladies and gentlemen, because you just can't give the pig less food now. They got used to consuming so much food. Try to give them less food, they are going to literally have a meltdown. That's how I can describe the American society. It's a pig that's been feeding on way too much food. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I think this is a horrible thing, but I'm happy that people are waking up. It's sad for some states, but good for others. But I don't blame anybody for moving where they have more house for their money and more land for their money, trading up for these blue states that are just milking you dry. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I have relatives right now. I got a whole bunch of relatives in the South, and they have been trying to get me to move down there for several years now. I just might take them up on it one day. But, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think of this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.